I know you guys are probably getting tired of the drone footage, but I had to put those in this video because the footage from this morning was just incredible. Every day I go out, it seems like I get great film footage everywhere I go here. It's like you can't avoid it. So today I got my new GoPro. This is the GoPro Hero 9. I didn't get the latest one because I'm kind of a cheapskate sometimes when it comes to this stuff, because I get really what I need. Although I'll admit it has a really great feature that I wasn't expecting. I didn't really do any research on the unit before I bought it. I should probably do that sometime, because I was basically just trying to get something that's a little bit better than my old one that met an untimely death from saltwater exposure. Anyway, the new GoPro 9 is pretty great. It has a front screen on it, so when I'm doing selfie videos, I'm able to see myself and make sure I'm in frame and centered and everything. The one feature it has on it that's really cool is it has an auto leveling horizon feature. So I can literally take this camera. I just made this comment the other day to Tammy that I have to really be careful when I film here, because anytime I'm near the ocean or in a lot of areas just the land, it's easy to see if you're crooked and level, so the ocean looks like it's going uphill or downhill or something. Just trying to be real careful of setting the frame to do that and not get it crooked, or I have to straighten it up in the photo editing app, which is kind of a pain sometimes. But this thing, I can set and do this with it, and it doesn't move. It keeps it level. It's crazy. I don't know what the video quality is like on that yet. I want to take it out tomorrow when it's nice and clear and sunny, try to get some video like that, see how it turns out. This one is a little bit bigger, so things like this little case, little protective case and mount that it goes in, this is just a frame. It's not waterproof or anything. The camera is waterproof except for when the guy takes the little door off the side and forgets to put it back on, and he sticks it in the ocean and it ruins it. I got another one of these on the way. Fortunately, the 9 has this little built-in mount that folds out at the bottom, which is okay. It gets me by until I get the frame. But with that, it's kind of hard to take it on and off. I have to take the screw out and pull it apart and everything. So I did order the frame for this one so that I can pop it in and take it out real quick and easy like the other one. Now, the other thing that it did, I took it to dinner tonight. Tatum's here for a few days for her summer vacation from college. She got here on Wednesday evening, and we'll be here a few more days. And so we're going out and doing things. And tonight we went to Dixie Seafood Company, my favorite restaurant here so far. It's just a great atmosphere. And it started raining while we were waiting, and a pretty good storm moved in, lightning storm, thunder. I got a picture. I'll post it on my Facebook page, which is it's a full rainbow that I got, and then there's a cloud over the top of the center of the rainbow. It's pretty cool big. It's not real bright, but it's there. You can see it. And then after we sat down to eat, we had a table next to the water. It had quit raining, but there was lightning. Watch this. I put the GoPro on the table, put it on slow-mo, and just hit video. This is what happened. This is one of the most incredible little video clips I've ever taken in my life. I've watched it like 100 times this evening so far. It's only a couple seconds, and it is amazing. It's really amazing to put it on the phone and just take your finger and scroll back and forth and watch it frame by frame. Unbelievable. It seems like every time I go out, there's video that comes out amazing that takes away from whatever my content was going to be that day, and I have to shift gears and talk about it. Talk about it's like the canvas that God paints with here is really blessed. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And it made me think about what all happens in other areas that we miss out on. Even back home where we take things for granted, like I mentioned the other day. Or other places. I know there's some great, incredible places on Earth, and I've seen a few of them. The waterfalls, say in Hawaii, or Tammy's actually been to Iceland before. We've been to the UK a couple of times, and the island of Jersey. We've been to Australia, seen some of these things, but wow, what an amazing environment we live in that you could see things that incredible and experience them. And it just made me think about what else is out there in the world. It also made me think about something that I used to think about, and that was that there are pictures of our children with other children. They went to birthday parties and different things where we didn't take photos of them. Other people took photos, and our children are in other pictures. I don't know why it made me think of this, but it did. And I used to think about, wonder how many pictures of my children are in other people's photo albums that I've never seen before. Those kind of things. It's just crazy to think about some of the things like that. You don't want to know what goes on up here sometimes. But when we talk about, I mentioned just a minute ago, the canvas God paints with here, and, unbelievable environment. And like I said, every day I go out, I get amazing video footage and pictures and everything. And it made me think about the times that I've been happiest with my work. Someone I'm friends with from high school posted today about their decision 8 years ago to leave their job, and that even though they left a much more financially stable situation with that job, they went to work for a school, and they have more gratification now that can't possibly be made up by money. And so they were just talking about how happy they were they made that decision. And 2 times in my life I've been the happiest with my work. When I was young, early 20s, first got into the IT field, I was very happy with it because I was learning every day, and it was just seemed like the sky was the limit on where I could go. Once that burnout hit and everything, and back in 2005, I've talked about this a few times, and so if you follow me, you probably remember I mentioned I was the primary architect on a health study that was a water contamination case that has to do with the chemicals that are in Teflon and Stainmaster and some other DuPont products. And we tested about 70,000 people in West Virginia and Ohio for the presence and levels of that chemical in their blood, because DuPont allegedly contaminated 6 water systems in that area. And when you see things on pots and pans today and in dishes and things that say PFOA free, that was my work that contributed to that, because PFOA chemicals, PFOS chemicals, perfluorooctanoic acid, I believe that's how you say it. Those are what are called forever chemicals. They don't occur naturally, and so they don't break down in the environment. They're in like 98% of the world's population in your bloodstream or something like that. When I did that project, I was hired by some friends who came to me as they were appointed by the court, and they said that they wanted to talk to me about doing the project because of my not just my IT skills, but the unique way that I look at work and projects and how to get things done. And I could go on and on all day about that project, but I was given a truly blank canvas to get this work done in roughly a year or less time. And we were able to do it in 11 months and 1 week, the initial data collection part of the project. And no one ever thought we could get it done that fast. No one ever thought we could get it done that accurately. And a lot of people thought we wouldn't get it done at all. And I was given a blank canvas to make it happen. I was given a budget and set loose. And so I got to design the security models, the workflow, a lot of the software design. We had software developers that I led to modify off-the-shelf software and write some custom software too. And so I was able to go in every day. It seemed like I just go to the whiteboard and make diagrams, and people would go away and make it happen. And it was truly, it felt like I had a vision and a blank canvas to work with and an end goal to make it happen. And then when I left my former company, I spent about 4 or 5 years there building that company, and for the most part had a blank canvas to do what I needed to do. So I was able to let my instincts take over and dictate what I was going to do and how I was going to build that company. And it was very dynamic. It was very fluid. And again, I was able to have a blank canvas to really produce what is my artwork, which is an end result of a project or a goal, or in this case, running a company and growing it, and doing, being involved in almost every aspect of the business. So those are the things that have made me the happiest in my work, and I've been, a lot of people have told me about hitting the brick wall, working too much, and getting burnout, and those kind of things. When I was that happy with my work, I never got burnout. I never hit a brick wall, because work really fed me what I needed to keep going. And there wasn't a day I didn't enjoy getting out of bed and going to work. I mean, during the health study, there was a time period from about the first week of June to the first week of October in 2005 that I did not work under 100 hours, except for 1 week. 1 week I was on vacation. I worked 55 hours remotely and still had plenty of time to enjoy my vacation with my family. It was just incredible. And so when you talk about this adrenaline and being on a high, being able to create and do things with a blank canvas and enjoy your work and allowing your work to bring you joy, true joy, the sense of accomplishment and gratitude that comes from that is just unparalleled. So but I wanted to throw that out there and encourage people to find that joy in their life with work, because if you can be happy and have a lot of joy with your work, the rest of your life is a lot easier. And at least that's been my experience. And the past couple of years, there's been a lot of people who have actually even just left the workforce and become stay-at-homes again. After all the craziness that we've gone through over the past couple of years, it's going to be interesting over the next few years to see how this plays out, because the what they call the Great Resignation for a lot of people might become the Great Regret too. I don't know. It just depends on where the economy goes, how hard of times we face coming up. I think that there's by far a lot of people who have been born in the last 25, 30 years that didn't face hardships like previous generations did. And every generation, the hardships get less. But now it's to a point where I think that they could really be in a bad place a couple years from now if things don't turn around for the economy. I don't like to be a pessimist, but it's hard to not try to perceive those things and see what's coming and try to be prepared. And if you can be happy in your job and have job security, boy, when we're going to go through some other tough times in other ways, it'll make life a lot different for you. So, I don't know. Tell me in the comments below what you think.